I'm super confused about what I should do next in terms of about the documenting and all. And then because I can only like actually be okay to chill with people if I'm okay enough. So it's like this whole. And then if I'm only, I didn't start doing these things to actually talk to people, but I mean, again, yeah, well, I've already been over all this stuff. Yeah, it just feels like it's like out of options here. I'm still on my side. All these things I knew how to fucking fix. I couldn't ever just walk around in this place even. The the place shakes from the damn cars. Like it's not that hard to understand. Everyone else could like understand but my parents that I spoke to. Like look at the fucking every day these teeth go in or out more. And this one's way out now. And then the act of putting the cam on my face, for one, because the worst fucking shit thing is over here. It's just way worse than even these ones. I think that's all you can see in my face. How this side is just like way slanted. And this, I don't know if you can tell. And then there's the tick stuff where it's like part of me has to do those ticks anyway, because I have like bad OCD and tics that I've always had. And that's part of the thing that really is a big part of the anxiety stuff I've had, because I gotta put a sticker on if I'm like actually focused and talking and not have any chat. I have to do that before because I just see that and get distracted. Because the tick stuff and the OCD is one thing. Damn it. Well, you just see, I saw one person pop up, and then that was just distracted me. So that's how sensitive it is. Hello, Radhika. I live in North Carolina. Where are you from? Yeah, I think I'm thinking about this. Yeah, I definitely have to actually finish my thoughts on the documenting stuff before I start interacting with people. And then the more I'm talking, this is killing me right now. And there's the times when I'm just like much better off. Sorry, I'm probably scaring anyways actually watching the scene. Whatever. I'm gonna go. But nice to meet you. Or should I go or not? Asia, what's up? Hello, Jasmine. You're making me keep making me stay. What's on my mind? Too much. It's the whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna die if I don't get out of here. Because it's just, I can't even like walk. And it's been 7 years. Can't believe I'm still stuck here. Yeah. It's kind of just insane because like the cars will shake my entire place, and then I don't have any place to go. And then throughout the day and the night, and then there's the thermostat, which, and then the location of the building where the sun overheats it anyway, no matter what. Like there's been like a billion details, and that nobody else would not understand except for my parents. And then if I have to go deeper into context, explain to new people why I had to even rely on them. A billion things to explain that I already did explain in all different places, and now it's just a giant mess. Yeah, I that's the thing. Jasmine, now you're gone though anyway, but journaling is something I think is really important. I think everybody should do that. It's I wouldn't even have made it anywhere near as far if I didn't do my journaling. Like that's the only thing probably that it kept me going. Like to be able to like process things to some degree. But the thing is, like I did that for like decades in private, and then there's a couple things I need. I have to fix, or else I'm fucked. Like I can't stay in this apartment anymore. So it's crazy. It's just this specific place. No other places like that. But there's a billion things. It's so much more complicated, and other people are gonna be like, well, why don't you do this or that? It's like, well, there's context for every single piece. And then I'm somebody that's like, then you could write somebody off, and there's like, well, there's too many things. Then I don't even finish my sentence because I don't have the energy, and I'm too distracted. Even though I could articulate like very well of everything to every degree if I had things in the right order and place as they should be. You get paralyzed too? Yeah. Like in indecision. Cause that's what it's like from like when I'm the paralyzed feeling is like more of like you just have no idea because you already tried all these, or at least I did. I already did all these things, and I tried everything, and then I went around in circles and did things I already know that I already proved don't work or do work. Like it's And then that's where it's kind of just insane to repeat the things you already knew, because I mean that's like the definition of insanity. If you do that, that don't work. But I already knew it. That's why it's torture for me, because I already know that. And then I didn't get to actually fix those things because of the two people that are responsible for all this stuff, putting me in these situations that go way back. And then every degree of that and all the pain conditions that I've had, that I had to rely on these people, and then their omissions of context and their changing of context to be what it just makes them super evil to me. How they could do that and then just not care the whole time. And there's just so many things to speak on. Oh my gosh. Did you? Hey, you said about getting paralyzed, but you don't know. I mean, I guess that's indecision. I don't think. I don't know what else it would be. Like that same kind of feeling. But then I still end up pushing and doing things anyway, always. Always. Because, like, what else you can, I mean, and then I end up pushing and trying different things, and then I just never, well, it's the only choice I had. I had to. And that's probably also why I feel like I'm as developed as I am, and I see from so many different ways and angles and things, because I've been through so many different things and had to. Yeah. I don't know. Mm, yeah. Overthink. Yeah, I get that for sure. It just makes me think, I'm like, there's, it's like, there's so much to think about anyway. It's like, is there really overthinking? But I get you, because of course there's overthinking, but I mean, I get what you mean by overthinking, but then it's like, there is so much to think about, though. At the same time, it kind of makes sense. There's so much stuff. See, I told you. That's what I do, though. Like, I can do that for everything. And I'll go even further. And I'll go even further than that. Which is torture, though. Like, you can imagine. Mm. And then also just being on the screen. And the teeth. Well, there's so many things now that have compounded, even just in the last couple months, that make it even more difficult to, like, actually get to the bottom of things and actually get centered and stable and have a footing to stand on, to even speak on things. And you can see when my brain starts going back, and it's starting to, like, actually work to some degree, where I can speak, but then it'll stop again, because, like, it's too much pain and things. Well, no, it's so much work to break out of what though exactly? 'Cause- hmm. I feel like I'm just being pulled in like too many directions right now. Still like, oh yeah. It's like part of it is because, well, it makes it more difficult to break out of that and just be in the flow and like not even care about anything because, again, like I said, like I have OCD and tics, and then if I'm going on the screen, it's like counterintuitive because like most of the time I'll have to like be cognizant that I'm speaking to people, and like that part of me does not want to like tick, like because I'll do like facial ticks sometimes. um and just like the thought of that gives me like, I think it just looks strange, and I never liked it, and I could never like actually be comfortable. Like I don't even think I could be in this apartment anymore and like actually not be completely distracted. That's why it's like, or if I was talking like, oh man, like right now, it's just like I'm kind of talking to you, and then I do have like, I probably could talk more and get more into stuff, but then there's so many other, I don't know. I keep stopping. I gotta stop anyway because I'm really, my mouth hurts. I'm talking. That's a whole other thing. Do I fully accept? What do you mean by that? Usually, the thing is, if I'm in public, it's like I'm holding, like, it's like 50 times worse ticking. It starts because of, like, I'm like actively, even if it's like not even on a conscious level, like part of me I can feel it, like, and then it builds up and it keeps building, and then something goes wrong. Like after a point, it's like I get into this state where it's just like you just don't feel good at all. You can't relax anymore. And then if I'm in private, the tick stuff kind of just happens like automatically, and it just passes and it goes by, and I don't even really notice it. I think. Um, and it's like much less severe looking. And then, but yeah, the public, it's like it builds, and I can't allow it to happen. That part of me, like, it won't let me show or like just do what I automatically would do in private. It's like I always have to be prepared. Like, yeah. But I didn't even think, like, I didn't even, you don't have to look at me the whole time. Like, oh man. Yeah. Well, I think I'm hard on myself for everything. But, I just feel like I'm gonna be criticized for like everything all the time. But I think that's just another thing from like my parents. It like never goes away. I just feel like everyone's against me all the time. And like nobody believes me about anything. I mean, it's good for now. Like, I don't feel any tick stuff. I think there's something. Mm, mhm. Okay, was that just my mic, or just was I gone? What happened? Or, I don't know. 'Cause it says 0 people. Um, it's just crazy because cars shake this whole place. It never stops. and then my own feet shake the whole place, and then I have like the way my body responds, because then there's a whole other thing I'd have to explain on that thing. Um, God damn it. I spent too many years explaining to my parents, thinking like they actually cared about me, and that they just didn't understand when they just didn't care. Like, because then I think they're just like act like true narcissists, so they just literally don't care, and I was just more like a toy. And their kind of love is like controlling, uh, like conditional love. Like they don't. It's not like real love. It's like all conditional, and like yeah, just like games involved and stuff. It's weird mind games and stuff. I hate it. I hate. That's why I don't speak to them for as long as I could. But then I still needed help financially because of the stuff they did to me 20 years ago. Like all the horrible things that were done that put me in these situations. And then those people never are held accountable for anything they ever did. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Jasmine. Wait, are you a girl or a boy? You you say dude like that. I mean, that sounds, yeah, I can understand that part that you say there for sure. You are a lady? How old are you? From where? Oh, you're young. You're just a baby. Oregon? Florida? Ah, that's cool. Yeah, Oregon is falling apart. Oregon. Oregon. Oregon, I imagine, is very beautiful with the forest and stuff. But people like just lost their minds there. It's like, but then again, everywhere is pretty crazy. Florida is pretty good. I'm in North Carolina, so not far. Florida is a good spot these days, I think. Why did you move them? Yeah, that sounds beautiful. I just like, whatever. Hmm. That you didn't want to move to Florida? Well, who chose Florida? Or did you go with your family? And it's like the sun. The sun is out now. Oh man, there's so many comments. See if like nobody knows like the whole thing. You'd be like, oh my god, like you have so many things. Cause then there's like clothing. And then there's like context for all this. I'm not crazy, but then it's like you, it's too much stuff. Like if I wanted to go out today, and then coming back, then I'd have to pay the consequences. Um, Physically with certain pains and stuff too, because there's the whole context with all that stuff. It's just so complicated, and I just find that like very few people can even come. They just can't follow, and then people want to judge. Like everyone wants to judge. Like even they'll hear like a fraction of the context, and they'll already be judging, and they'll always, and then most of the time, people are like judging negatively, and like meanwhile you need like support. Like it's like crazy. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yeah, but there has to be like a balance. It's like people go, and then there's people that take advantage of these things, and then they make money off of like helping people, but then they don't do the actual help, and they just take pocket the money. And there's like a billion things like this too. It's like, and then the places just turn worse, and the people that need help, or they'll say, or this is help, or this, what's actually help? But then it depends, because it's very nuanced. Like everything is so nuanced, but nobody goes to the degree of nuance that I do. It's just like, but it is that nuanced. Like I see it. I don't know. I don't even know if I even articulated myself properly. I'm just trying to, or if I conveyed what I'm even thinking properly enough. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I appreciate it. It's hard because it's like I always want to have faith and hope in people, but then at the same time, I already learned that I can't do that, and then also can't rely on anyone else. And then there's different dynamics when I'm talking to somebody. See, my head just like lost my place again. And my teeth, it's starting to really hurt really bad. Like, I need like a break. Cause this is still not a break. And then I'm like on my side. Probably like if I'm doing this, I should be out. I should not be in the same position this long. It's like killing me. But then I also can only be in other positions for so long. And then this whole thing, it's like 100 times more complicated just from the last like couple months even, or like the last 6 months. And then why am I even trying to explain anymore when I already accepted everything? I that's what I was doing. I can't afford that now because I mean that's what I was doing yesterday. And then, did you watch my streams yesterday? Or did you even ever see my channel before? I have no idea. Man, if I am really, that's weird. I can't afford to because the different variables. Like I was trying to explain a little bit, like vaguely about the physical pain stuff I deal with, and certain types of clothing even affect it. It's like anything with like a waistband and stuff. I tend to like need to wear like onesies. And that's like for whatever reason I can tolerate. But it's like it's predictable depending on how much time I'm in like certain clothing, and would be like damage I have to pay for later. Just like anything I do physically, I have to pay like way more than the average person. But this only like none of this. Then there's so many different pain things to explain if I go back to when I was a kid. And then there's pains that the worst ones are from the pills my parents forced on me. It's like that did the most damage of ball. Like, I should have had a choice. Like, destroyed everything. And then they don't even care. And then they just denied everything. They just denied, and they gotta just keep doing what they do. Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. Like, I didn't even think. Like, I was like reading my parents' texts and stuff. It's just I can't even fathom like how they live in like an alternate reality. Like, it's the craziest thing. But they're also like 70 years old, and they're like used to that. Like, they're comfortable. There's people that live that way where they get comfortable, and like if they can do that, they'll do it because they can. There's lots of people like that. You're right. That's the thing. See, I know these things. I can't dance here because the whole place will shake. I need a solid ground floor to stand on. And I have like trauma response too from like the bangs and stuff. It's the craziest thing. My dad picked this place. He found this specific spot, and it's got everything wrong possible that you could think of, like that would specifically torment me. I think I'm speaking on too. I'm trying to shimmy. I did just take a shower though. That's why my hair is like kind of. Well, now it's getting dry. But, you know, my teeth used to be like perfect because I had braces. Like the top, see, and this is how over the last like 2 3 years they just like completely got smushed and so now it just like hurts so bad all the time, and every day it just keeps shifting more, and my face is like more lopsided. It's crazy. And then there's like all the stuff to explain. I gotta chill with my. I'm going like, it's getting. I'm just, yeah. I gotta chill. Yours is too. I thought it was bad years ago. This is so much worse. It's so bad now. Like this whole side is like coming out this way, and then the other one's going in this way. It's just like more and more imbalanced. This is not right. And it's kind of like a whole. It's kind of like a microcosm of what my life is. It needs balance and harmony, and it's getting more imbalanced. Oh, really? I I wish my parents never got me braces. Like, it was painful anyway, and it was like, what's the point then? Because it was painful to to fix them, and then it was painful. They shifted back, and then I'd do it again, and it would do it again. I don't know. I just want it. I don't care. I just want the pain to stop. Like, and um, it would be nice if my like jaw was like more. It used to be. Well, it's gotta be connected to like this moving that way. It's like that. She keeps going like that way. It used to be, like this, like felt even. That's like just. It's like more like that movie. What's that movie? That dude with the Adam Sandler movie. What is that one? Lil Nicky, right? That's what I feel like. Yeah, he's great. He seems like a good dude too. Um, well, that's another thing is like I had an addiction to painkillers when I was uh, younger, and then I had to go through all that stuff, and I got off that and fixed it. But, but then I still have massive, but still uh, natural. What do you mean exactly? 'Cause there's all types of natural. And poppies are natural. Papaver somniferum. Although I can take like actual painkillers and not have any issue too. It's like when I was younger, I couldn't do that. But I usually don't mess with them because I still find that like if I take, if I'd have something like that, it would mess with my mood somehow, and I'd like not be the same person and I don't. I'd rather not be. Even just having one time, like it does something with my mood, and I'd rather not. I'd want to be someone I know that like I'm me, I'm a good person. Even though like, that would. It's like I value who I am more, but then at the same time, if I'm in too much pain, that can also like ruin who I am. So it's like. And then also, I wonder if those, if that happens because of other things that I'm attributing to that, because these other things I still didn't fix in this damn place, and I'd be stuck here. Whatever. I'm too much expect. Like, what does that mean? Any pill, I think, imagine that this pill. I think the greatest painkiller there probably is that is like safe or the most safe and beneficial is probably cannabis, like edibles. Like edibles specifically. It's so weird. Now they have these loopholes too, and they're growing hemp like everywhere, and they just do like under 0.3% THC, and then you just get away with, even though like that's typical. It's only just like slightly under what's typical, what they sell everywhere because it's low THC, and then when it's converted with heat, the THCA becomes a THC. That's where you get all the percentage from. Well, you might probably know. I don't know. Maybe no. Yeah. And then all the stuff I went through as a kid. Man. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Did you ever have to go go like meet people uh, in like an alley or something, and any of that stuff that you see from like the past people had to deal with? Because that's I did. Although I had good hookups when I was young too. Like actually had better weed back then, but that could also be because I didn't have like a tolerance to it. And I think as a kid, it kind of be that way too. Mm. That's like there's this place nearby here. It's called the Hemp Pharmacy, and they're all really nice in there. But yeah, it is weird because it is like exactly like a legal, like what's it called? Dispensary. It's like a legal. It's like a dispensary, but in the state. What was I gonna say? God damn it! And I didn't even smoke any weed. I mean, it's, that's just from you already know. My head's a little bit. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina. Remember? I don't even think we have medical. Maybe. If it is, it's like I don't know. This state is like the most backwards. Like they said, like nobody's ever gonna legalize it here. Like from the native people or like the people who like lived here the whole time, like born here, like they're like no, they're never legal. But then at this point, everyone's so old again. Yeah, everyone's so old, and the younger people do smoke, and it's like eventually it will change, even if it's like 20 decades later. Now, now it's seems like it's gonna come. I think yes, I think it's a good thing for most people. But there also has to be balance to everything. People like to go, they lean in one direction or the other more than. I think I'm more of a rarity in that way because. But whatever.